So YouTube, today I bring you another AK-47 loadout. And the reason for that is because I was scrolling on Twitter earlier and I saw this post which said that this loadout, this AK-47 loadout, has been GA'd. So in the comp scene of XDefiant. Now there isn't an official comp scene yet, but there are these like wagers going on. There's like 4v4 wagers. So it's like basically a small scene, like it's not a real comp scene, it's just like community tourneys. And apparently in those tourneys, this loadout has been GA'd. Now, if you don't know what GA means, so GA stands for General Agreement, and it's a COD term. And basically, it means that when in COD something was like really overpowered, the entire scene, every team in the comp scene would just agree not to use it, and that's called a GA, which is like the gentleman's agreement, and that's what GA stands for. So apparently, in the community tourneys, they have agreed to not use this class because it's too OP apparently. So I thought it would be a good loadout to show you guys. Now I haven't used this yet. I didn't get to play it today. I had some work to do, so I can hop on the game today, and I haven't used it this loadout yet. However, I thought I should make a video on it, and you can try it out if you like, and let me know in the comments. I will also try it out tomorrow maybe on stream. So if you wanna catch me playing, I stream almost every day on Twitch. If you wanna catch me live. So without any delays, let's get into it. Here is the loadout. If you want to just copy paste, take a screenshot, whatever. However, I am going to break down every single attachment and every single stat that gets buffed or nerfed by this loadout. So I recommend sticking around for that part, because then you're going to be able, if you want to change a certain way of the gun, you can change it, because you know what every attachment does. So you can change the appropriate attachment to change the aspect of the field that you want changed. So let's get into it. Now, starting off, we have the muzzle. By the way, quick little tip, I say this in every loadout video. If you go into this screen and you click on detailed stats, these are the stats of the entire gun, and this is nothing to be confused about. This is like really basic stuff. But how to read these stats is basically the white stats you see are the default stats, and the green stats are the ones that are buffed by some attachment. Okay, and the red stats are the ones that are nerfed by some attachment, and the white values next to every green or red value is the base default value of the gun. Okay, so for example, the movement speed is buffed to 1, the default was 0.9, and similarly, let's say the recoil has been nerfed to 60, and by default it was 50. Okay, so that's a good way to see what your entire build is doing. Okay, and if you go into a specific attachment and then you click on the detailed stats, then you only see what this specific attachment buffs or nerfs. Okay, instead of seeing what the whole build's stats are. Okay, so first we have the barrel extender muzzle, and what this does, as you can see, it increases your short range, your medium range, and it slightly fucks up your recoil recovery and your sprint to shoot time. Sprint to shoot time is the time it takes to go from sprinting to shooting, because there's a delay between sprinting and shooting. You can't just shoot right away after from a sprint. So this delay gets slightly fucked further. So you can see that here in the detailed stats. By default is 300 ms, and it gets up increased to 330, and it increases the range. So by default in this game there is damage fall off. What that means is that under 29 meters by default, the default damage is 22. Between 29 and 43, the damage is 20. So what this attachment does is increases that 29 meters to 32 meters. So now your short range, you can do 22 damage up to 32 meters. By default, it would be up to 29 meters only. And between 32 to 47, you can do 20 damage. So it basically slightly buffs the range of the gun. Okay. And next we move on to the barrel. The barrel we have in this loadout is the rapid fire, which, as the name suggests, increases the rate of fire. But it does that at a cost of huge nerfs to your recoil control. Your horizontal recoil and vertical recoil get fucked like 20%. Okay, and you can see that when you come into the detailed stats here. By default, you have 50% recoil. I just misclicked something. What the fuck? Yeah, there we go. Rapid fire. By default, you have 50% recoil, but this attachment puts that to 60%. Okay, but what it does, it increases the rate of fire. So your time to kill becomes even better. And if you don't know, the AK-47 has one of the best firepower in the game. I think it has the best firepower in the game, only after the M4, the M16, sorry, the M16 AR. It has the best firepower among all the ARs after the M16. Okay, so by this rapid fire attachments, the firepower gets buffed even more because now the gun is shooting even faster. So it's really good. Like it buffs the time to kill by a lot. Okay, and next we have the front rail, and the front rail basically increases your ADS walking speed, your ADS stability, and it nerfs your ADS speed and your spin to shoot time. Spin to shoot time we've already discussed. The ADS speed is the amount of time it takes for you to ADS. Okay, and it nerfs that. And as you can see here, it slightly buffs. This is your ADS speed, by the way. This is your ADS speed. This is your normal speed. Your ADS speed gets buffed to 1.1, which is a huge difference, but it will get even better by the rest of the attachments we have. And your ADS stability slightly gets better. And this is like the only attachment that slightly helps with recoil, because one thing you're going to see is pretty much every other attachment just destroys your recoil. Okay, so I guess this small 1% is like a good to have. And next, we don't have any optics. However, as I forgot to mention this, I don't want you to use this loadout or pretty much any loadout as just like something you have to copy and paste and follow 100%. What I want you to do is I want you to use this as a template and basically change stuff. Okay, just change something you like about the gun. I know, actually, I mean, change something you don't like about the gun, like, you know, fuck around and basically make this loadout your own. Okay, and as I would suggest with all these loadout videos. And next we have the rear grip that's leather wrapped, and what this will do is it will increase your ADS walking speed even more, and it will nerf your spin to shoot time even more. And if you check out the detailed stats, if this was the only attachment increasing your ADS speed, it would increase it by 0.1, so from 0.09 to 1.0. But since we have two attachments that are doing that for us, we can see that the total speed gets buffed all the way to 1.4. Okay, and that's what this does basically. It just gives you extra ADS walking speed, and it nerfs your spin to shoot time. And last attachment we have is the stock. So the stock on this build is the lightweight stock, and what this does, it increases your ADS walking speed even more, and it also slightly buffs your base movement speed. And again, it destroys your ADS stability, and it also nerfs your ADS speed. Now, we can see that here, slightly buffing the movement, slightly nerfing the ADS speed, slightly nerfing the ADS stability. Now, one thing you might have noticed that we were talking about, one slight pattern that you might have noticed with pretty much all the attachments, is that we have pretty much destroyed the recoil that this gun has. Okay, if these are the hold stats. If you come here, you can see the base recoil has been now up to 60%. The sprint out time has been, this is the sprint to shoot time, by the way, this has been increased by a lot. The ADS speed reduction has also been increased by a lot. However, the positives of this build are slight buffed movement speed, heavily buffed ADS movement speed, buffed rate of fire, and buff range. So a theme with this would be good movement, really good firepower, and really bad accuracy. And that's what this build is about, in short. Again, I haven't tried this out. In theory, it doesn't, I'm going to be honest, in theory, it doesn't seem that crazy to me. But again, with most of these loadouts, the feel matters a lot. Okay, so maybe this loadout specifically has an insane feel, and it's just really, really good, because I can see that from the firepower. It might have some potential. Okay, and all the comp players GA'd it for a reason. So I'm going to try this out on stream tomorrow. And I suggest that if you're looking for an AK loadout, you should give this a shot. And again, remember to use all these loadouts as templates and not as fixed things. You're going to want to change stuff, and you're going to want to find what works for you. Okay? And if you want to watch me try this loadout out, don't forget to check out my Twitch. I stream almost every day, and I should be trying this out on stream anytime soon. Anyways, that's it for today's upload. Thank you for watching, and subscribe for more content.